have to pay per episode? Do you not know if we're taking out bank loans? At the end of the day, this is a business.
This is a business.
And if y'all want to come on our platforms, I'm sorry, it's called an artist package.
You see I'm Southside reppin', Bigfoot steppin', Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection, that's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look, it's chief, not lieutenant. Yeah, I'm back, been a minute, my hard work gets you offended. Shout out my boy academic, shoot, stay independent. You scamming it, behind that twinkle in your eye, see the scamming.
All right. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. Let me get my toothpick out of here. Set that right there.
Please.
Special guest in the building. This is going to be a fun one.
Yay.
Do you just go by Didi or do you go by your full name? Or I know Odyssey is also.
So Didi is my nickname.
Okay.
And Odyssey is actually my government name. So
Oh.
branding wise, I do go by Odyssey. I don't know if people think that's a fake name, but it's on my birth certificate. Odyssey Sawyer is my name.
Okay. That's
Yes.
dope. That's a dope name.
Thank you.
I like that. So, like I said, this is going to be a fun one because we don't do a lot of, we'll do more, but we don't do a lot of conversations with other members of the media.
Yep.
Mostly because a lot of the other members of the media here in Minnesota don't really like us very much, which is fine. That's okay. But
Well, we show you guys love, especially because, my co-host DJ Inferno has been on here before. So
great episode.
I just always just think it's interesting. I just like how watching stuff play out on the internet. I do my little 1-2s and, everybody get a little messy on the Blue app and on social media. But
Especially the.
it comes with the game. That's just what it is. I feel like we're all a platform with each other and we should all be uplifting one another, point blank, period. Because
that's funny you say that because the ones that don't like what we do over here, probably our best support. Because they talk about us constantly. Yeah. Which is fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. Whatever.
A lot of people be talking shit about y'all.
What's funny is, and this is the truth. So if any of them out there that they know who I'm talking about that don't like me or don't like Live on Lake Street, I still like them.
There's no beef to it. I don't know you in real life, so how is that going to affect my eating, sleeping? What is that going to do?
I know some of them in real life.
Oh.
And I still like them, support them, like what they're doing. Like I like a lot of the other platforms.
Do they still speak to you when they see you?
I don't really see them too much these days, which is another knock on me is I'm never outside, which is cap. Just because y'all don't see me.
Okay, let me tell y'all, I have never seen this man before in my life, and I'll be outside.
I'm outside.
Where you be at? Because I ain't never seen you.
I'm not in the club.
You don't gotta be in the club.
Unless we have an event there.
True.
But like I go to shows, I go to events, I'm places, and we throw 2-3 events a month. So
y'all been out here working.
That's what I'm saying. But I got kids and family and this shit. Like my time is very consumed. You know what I mean? And we've talked about before. Like this isn't my main source of income. I know people think it is. People think that me and Chief and our staff are out here just cracking bottles, celebrating every time we book an interview, but that's not the case.
But y'all just out here working hard because it is hard trying to keep a full job. And then on top of that, I don't have kids, but you have kids, so that's another job itself. Yeah. And then trying to have an actual platform that's going to blow up, which takes time, energy, and consistency. So that's a lot. And y'all been...
This is a daily show.
That's crazy.
This ain't no 1-2 pods a week. This is a daily show. We're Monday through Friday. We're Ellen out here.
No, for real.
We're Ellen.
we're Ellen.
Every day, 9 a.m., we're Ellen.
Period.
So, but anyways, I wanted to get that off, though, because I really feel like people think that, I see the shit they say. I see it all.
Of course you do.
I see all of it.
They ain't scared to tag y'all either.
Yeah, of course. And then there's shit that they probably think I don't see that I do see. Like I see it all, and it's fun. That shit used to really bother me. It takes a lot to bother me now. Like we had a situation recently that bothered me because I felt like it wasn't about us. It was about the guest that we had. And I'm not gonna say his name.
Oh, you know me. I'm like, who?
I'm not gonna say his name, and it's not for like.
Was it a show that just recently happened?
Yeah.
Was it the one that you guys just aired today?
Not today, no. No, it was
okay.
It was in regards to the one that came out on Friday with Brittany D. She's a barber.
Brittany.
She told a very personal story, and somebody else tried to turn it into some shit about him and about their relationship, and it really wasn't about that. So like,
but why was she talking about her personal business versus her?
Because it was a story. It was both.
Kind of tied with it.
It was both. Yeah,
Gotcha.
It was her experience in the profession that she's in.
Oh, which makes a lot of sense.
And that's the other.
She definitely is very vocal about that.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that people maybe don't know is like that's personal to me because my baby's mom is in that industry.
Barber.
She's had to go through some of this similar.
I can definitely
so
see that.
So that story mattered to me, but. Anyways, moving on from that. That one pissed me off, but it was different.
People always gonna spin shit. You just gotta not let that shit get.
It's about perspective too.
Exactly.
Because I understand that everyone has a perspective, and that's part of what's happening with this show is from their perspective. They don't know the ins and outs. They don't know the inside. They don't know like what it costs to upkeep this building, what it costs to have.
That pisses me off. So I've seen, Prince Kumi talk about it. I've seen you guys talk about it. I haven't really talked about it because my platform has yet to bring on artists and everyday people only because, and I don't want people thinking that, the Plug XL looks down on Minnesota platform. Is just that we have a lot of platforms that are already interviewing the same people. So we have to put ourselves in a position that we can't look like every pocket. We have to stand out some type of way possible.
And we need a platform like y'all's. That platform is necessary.
I hear the craziest shit, and I just laugh because, I have so much respect for my team because, I'm just starting to get into podcast and, blogging and things like that. So having DJ Inferno and Mr. Music on my team, I have the utmost respect from them because not only have they been in the game for so long, they're actually training me. Like, just because I know how to talk, just because you know how to talk do not mean you're going to have a podcast. And everyone thinks just because you can talk shit, your platform is going to be successful, and that's not the case.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not. Because this is something I have to give to my children. Because my kids, they're coming up in that era where everything is a podcast or a live stream or something, and they all want to do it. And it's like, you can do it, but you got to remember.
Shit, I wish I had this shit when I was young and trying to get it. I swear to God, I wish I had social media and all these things because a lot of people don't know. You may not know. When I first ever came into the scene, I actually was just a fashion stylist. So when I first came in the game, I was working with people like Richard Moody, and I was doing like MM Fashion Week, things like that. When Coco and Breezy came out there, I styled their entire fashion show. I was just in the game like that. And a lot of people know me because I started a blog. They're just like, oh, you should do a fashion blog. You should do a fashion blog. Because I was going to school for fashion, going to school for merchandising. I didn't see podcasts or anything in my mind. I'm like, I am going to be a celebrity stylist. Like, young Odyssey, that was me. And it just wasn't no money into it. Like, it wasn't no money into it. So I then started blogging, and I started this thing called The Fashion Tea. So that's what a lot of people knew me for. And I'm just like, this just seems so minuscule fashion. And I feel like I talk about so many things, and that's how we kind of turned and did the Plug XL, because it seems more, obviously worldly.
Yeah. And like I said, I think we need platforms like y'all's too, because you guys cover way more of like celebrity news, worldly news, more national news. And I think the thing that a lot of people miss when it comes to platforms like yours and like ours is it's about bringing attention. Just because y'all don't interview Prince Riley doesn't mean that somebody might not find your platform, recognize that it's a Minnesota platform.
Exactly.
And then be like, well, let's see what Minnesota's got going on. And they might find some,
but we share,
more here.
We bring in local people,
For
like
sure.
the cooking. After every episode, we'll play an artist. And, honestly, that's why I'm like, everybody's doing their thing, but I can really say out of all the, the top people that we have, like we had fucking Tyler Perry. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And I have not seen no MN support for the Plug XL. Like, they aren't sharing our shit. They're not in the views, da-da-da-da. But then motherfuckers want me to be like, oh, let me put Minnesota on and let me do this and XYZ, bring all these artists on. Why the fuck would I take my time when I'm spending all this money? We're, trying to network with all these people. If y'all can't even share my shit here, why the fuck should I give a fuck about bringing you onto my platform if y'all motherfuckers ain't even supporting me here?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, okay, I'd rather do these celebrities, get these sponsors, because my shit don't got to take off here.
Yep.
My shit can take off on the internet.
Yep.
Fuck.
And yet another thing that I think is a very big not even misunderstanding, just lack of understanding. Like, do y'all know that we check our analytics?
Exactly.
We know where the
Every
views are coming
fucking
from.
Day.
You know what
and
I mean?
Sometimes
like,
you'll get people in other countries, people from, like, I'll be like, people don't even know what goes behind it. They think that we just roll a camera, shoot, and just be sharing and doing weird shit. Like, everything has
that's
a
because
strategy.
that's because that's what they be doing.
Exactly.
That's what the artists
They don't
do.
have a strategy behind what they're doing.
Exactly. Like, we know where our viewership comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this is just an example, and I'm only saying this as an example. It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
He lying, y'all.
When our analytics say that the vast majority of our viewership comes from Minneapolis and a very small percentage from St. Paul, but y'all are on the internet screaming,
why don't we
support St. Paul?
Exactly.
First of all, it's not like we're not sitting there going, no St. Paul, no St. Paul. We're not. That's not what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But that matters.
And
who we're catering to matters.
A lot of these artists, and I don't only focus on artists. Like, I lead as a friend. I'm not a music person. I love the tea. I'm spilling the tea. T. The thing that I see a lot of, and I even know this. Like, I could be a manager for somebody right now if I wanted to, but I don't got time to put in you. I can only put time in me and my dreams. But a lot of these artists, I see them yapping on the internet like, I put in so much work in here, this, that. Why are podcasts not been coming to book me? And I had to comment on a dude's thing. I'm like, do you have a manager? You have to reach out to these platforms for them to book you. Mm-hmm. And why the fuck are people mad that you guys pick and choose who you want to come on your platform? Yes, because I see something in somebody and I'm fucking with their thing, I'm going to ask them to come on the show because I fuck with them. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it costs money to do this shit. And I understand where people are coming from as artists. Like, do y'all think we do this shit for free? And that's why I fuck with y'all. And that when people say shit like that, and even when Prince Kumi went live, I'm like, I agree with everything you say. Do you know how much money that we have to pay per episode? Do you not know if we're taking out bank loans? At the end of the day, this is a business.
It is a business. And
if y'all want to come on our platforms, I'm sorry, it's called an artist package. You're going to have to pay the artist fee to come on our shit. Yeah. And if you feel like you don't have to pay for it, if you don't feel like it benefits to you, we did not force you to pay this price.
And they act like we do. They act like we're like,
oh, you have to pay this fee. You choose to pay this fee, and you choose to come on the show. Yep. And I can't help if you also, yes, I have a following with our platform, but does not mean to my viewers they're going to give a fuck about you as an artist, because what are you doing outside besides coming on my motherfucking podcast? Right. What else are you doing to push your brand?
And just dropping singles isn't
exactly. You don't have you have no promotion for when you're gonna drop a video. Y'all motherfuckers just be dropping videos out of thin airs and wondering why you don't. You haven't even done promo for it. Mm-hmm. You think just by doing a promo for one day or a week, you think motherfuckers gonna be like, oh no, you have to do more than that.
You also have to do target marketing.
All of that.
You have to know where your following is and how to market it to them.
All of that. And then I feel like if you're an artist, all artists, you don't have to have a manager. But if you're putting your time and money to go to the studio and just think that is all you have to do, it's artist development. You have to do so much more than that. If you are going to be your own manager, you're going to have to read and learn how to do all that shit. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to learn how to contact people. You're not just contacting people. And that's what, like, Ferno be like, I hate when artists will just send me a YouTube page like, spin this. No, send me stuff, be professional. Write me an email and send me something. We check our email. I check my email daily. Yep. I check our email is right there. Contact us. Don't stop hitting me up in my inbox like, hey, can I get an interview? Why do I care to interview? Because what is interviewing you benefiting me?
I've been doing this for the better part of the last almost 8 years. Yeah. And the biggest lesson that I've learned since I've started doing Live on Lake Street, which has not even been a year, by the way, is that what Minnesota's entertainment scene really seems to be lacking is business acumen, which 100%. Is okay, which is fine, and I'm not saying that as a term. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but we got to learn it.
They do.
This platform here, everything that we do here, is organized.
Exactly.
We are organized.
You guys are.
This costs money. It costs money.
It costs money.
It costs money.
It costs a lot of money, and I feel like people don't even realize that.
But also, let me just say this on the mic, and I think I've said this one other time before. Mm-hmm. I'm not taking home a paycheck. It's going to take time for me to get to that point.
Exactly.
I have been doing this job for, like I said, 7 to almost 8 years. Not only for free, but I'm out I'm in the red by a lot. Mm-hmm. I've put a lot. And then if you take into account my time, mm-hmm. I'm almost bankrupt. I'm about to file for bankruptcy based on that.
But you're chasing your dream, and that's what matters.
And I'm going to keep doing it.
And
it is about supporting our entertainment scene here. And
I agree.
It used to be more about supporting just the music scene, mm-hmm. and now I've broadened it. I want to support all of entertainment. Everybody that's here doing something that's entertaining. That's what I want to support.
So I'm going to throw this controversial.
Please do.
Well, you've already answered this question for me respectfully. You remember when I did that Q&A thing on Facebook or whatever?
Yes.
So I've heard like, oh, why do they have a white guy running a platform that they feel that is more urban and black? And I straight up asked him, like, how do you feel when people say about you being a white guy basically representing black people? Mm-hmm. Like, how do you feel about that, and what's your response? I want people to hear it.
Well, I don't remember exactly how I worded it to you, and I may add.
I need my phone because the way you said it was on point.
Well, here's the thing, and let me be very clear about this. Mm-hmm. And I want this to be clear. I'm not pandering when I say this. Mm-hmm. This is not virtue signaling. I don't like white people. I really only fuck with black people.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's just kind of, and I don't know why it is that way. I feel like if you ask my mom, she'd tell you I've pretty much always been that way.
Well, you can't help where you're from and where you grew up in your background just because of your skin color.
Right. So, I mean, the truth behind it is, Chief told me that mm-hmm. years ago when he came and did an interview with me on The Wiseman Show that he had the thought.
Like,
that's
damn,
the
this
guy.
white dude.
That's the guy. Like, that's the guy. And then when the opportunity came up, he hit me and he's like, hey, we got this space. I'm starting this back up. I want you to be the voice of it. I didn't know at that point if I was ever coming back to the mic. Mm-hmm. I really didn't. Like, I was drained from it all. But it was a perfect situation, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is where I belong. Like, I belong in front of a mic.
I feel like you're great on a mic. I rock with it for sure.
Thank you.
Because that just never came to my thought of thinking like that. But, I don't know. I feel like if you're not being disrespectful or saying like rude stuff to come to black people just because you hang out with black people, mm-hmm. then what should be the issue?
Yeah, and I don't like, if anybody that knows me or has watched me, like, I'm not doing that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not out here saying like
the N-word,
almost racist, little racist comments.
Trying
like, I'm
to
not
be funny.
like, I'm just me, and I think sometimes that's maybe what bothers people, is that I am comfortable
in your own skin.
It's like they feel like maybe I should be uncomfortable, mm-hmm. like be a little more uncomfortable, but I can't do that. I'm just gonna be me, and I know like I have a nonchalant way of coming across. Mm-hmm. It's not intentional. It's just who I am.
It's just who I am.
I know I give looks
Big
sometimes.
Sag.
I know I give looks sometimes. I don't even know I'm doing it. Like we have some of the best moments on this show. Mm-hmm. I don't even know are happening when they're happening. It's in review.
Then goes viral.
We go after, and I'm like, oh damn, I look kind of wild there when he said that. You know what I mean? It's like so, but the truth is like, there's nothing more on this planet aside from my family that I care about more than this culture.
Period.
And that is a fact. And you can say what you want to say, and that's partially why I am so comfortable, because I've done a lot of personal work around mm-hmm. who I am as a person. You're not gonna knock me off my square by saying things that aren't true about me.
And they gonna keep talking.
Right.
Boo.
I know what's true about me. If you're saying something that I know is not true about me, all that says is either A, you just hate me that much, or B, you just don't know me.
Facts. Well, I've heard that we are paying celebrities to do interviews with us. That's what I've heard.
I mean, and if y'all are.
For what money?
Well, I'm saying, yeah, I mean that, but.
Shit, I wish.
But that's not even like, so? If you were so.
I wish I had.
If y'all had the money to do it, if I had the money to pay a bunch of celebrities come in here and do interviews, I'd do it.
I just have a really great PR team. Shout out to my PR team. Y'all popping y'all shit.
You know what I mean? If Kendrick's gonna be here soon.
Oh, period.
If I could come up with the money that he needs to come sit down on this platform, I'll pay it.
Okay.
I'm happy to do that. Like
we be after their PR team when they come in town.
And what's wrong with that? And how's it? What are y'all artists about to do? How many artists are about to get a feature from Perkio when he's here? He's not even a rapper. He's just a lookalike.
People? I just heard the controversy about that. People were mad that first it was $40 and now it's $20 at somebody's sweet 16 birthday party or something like that.
I guess I don't even know. I just know that my issue. It's not even an issue, but I see the issue. Or the issue that people have is sometimes it feels like Minnesota is just a lick.
Minnesota. They was like, how the hell y'all gonna cancel fake Drake? Or how y'all gonna cancel real Drake to get fake Drake? Y'all cheap as hell.
That's what I'm saying. But it's also like, you know, we brought like Dre Hughes here, right?
Mm-hmm. That was crazy.
He came here and checked out probably the biggest bag he's ever gotten. And
honestly,
I mean,
they need their motherfucking money back for that Dre Hughes interview. Because one, his team was unprofessional as well. Why the fuck would y'all let this man get on camera and get that drunk? First of all, he couldn't answer half of all the questions that were asked to him. Mm-hmm. He was all over the fucking place for it to be successful. And they kept having to like, bro, like, if y'all paid that much money, you're gonna answer my fucking questions. Yeah. You're gonna be professional. You could have a little drink when you're on air. Everybody have a little drink on air. Mm-hmm. But that shit, I would have asked for my motherfucking bread back. I thought it was a fool. Yeah. Like, I love the attempt of it. Shout out to Dolo, because Dolo, you know I love you, but I would have asked for my fucking money back because he played. I don't know. I did not like.
And
that.
I feel like a lot of people in that lane do play with us.
And
we let them. And I don't know if you saw the little viral video of him and Ox getting in a fight.
Mm-hmm. That was a fucking fool too.
So I wonder if that was real. Sometimes I wonder if it was real. That shit was real.
It looked real.
It looked real for sure.
Was real.
It looked real.
That was no fucking skit. He don't act that damn good.
And sometimes I wonder, maybe that's why Ox was on his ass, because Ox didn't like how he was making us look.
Bullshit. Yeah. And then would he get stuck at the airport almost what? That was just a whole. And now look where his career at now. Nowhere.
We knew it was going to be nowhere.
If you was acting like that,
and it's going to be the same
with people's time and money,
and it's the same with fake Drake, and it's going to be the same with Perkio. Like
can't. Let's hope not with fake Drake. He a kid, so he at least. I don't know. I feel like he looked like a kid. He
fake
looked
Drake?
like a fake. Oh, not fake Drake. I'm thinking about
Perkio.
Yeah, fake Lil Durk.
I hope he can turn it into something else. Because you're not going to make it.
He just looked like a square little boy who did something and blew up. Like, he seems scared. He just not scared when they try to, like, rough him up. He just seems like a really coy.
He looked a little scared.
Yeah. Well, he definitely was scared. But, I mean, just, like, without motherfuckers running up on him. He just looks like a shy boy who just came up and was like, oh, my God, I can't believe this happens. And he's just, kind of trying to adapt to things. But, again, when you don't have the right people in your corner, you don't got the right management, he seemed like he doing fine so far.
Yeah.
I'll give that to.
He's doing fine. I'm not mad. I'm never going to be mad at anybody how they get their money. Get to it by all means.
Period. Get to your bag, Pooh.
Get to it. I have no problem with it. Whatever you want to do. Never going to be mad at you.
I'm offended, though.
Why?
Because you ain't asked me about my Africa trip.
Well, I am curious about it.
So I just got back. When did I get back? I don't know, like a week ago.
Yep.
So
you were in Liberia, right?
I went to Liberia and I went to Ghana. Mm-hmm.
First time you been?
First time ever been to Africa, and it was different. Yeah. It was very more developed in Ghana, and it was very undeveloped in Liberia. But I liked when I was in Liberia because I can understand people. And when I was in Ghana, all they spoke was like tree. So I couldn't understand shit that they were saying. And they couldn't understand me for real. And they're like, I can understand English, but you talk too fast. And I do talk fast. But I mean, I got to meet my great grandmother, like family members I've never seen before. Should I fuck around and might even met my husband, but who knows? Stay tuned.
Damn. And where? In Ghana or Liberia?
In Ghana. Fuck. Oh, sorry, Liberia. Whoa. I'm going to rep my LIB people to the day I die, but I'm sorry. I can't carry on my.
So is that why you went? Because you were.
I went to
going to see family?
Yep, me and my mom went. So she wanted to take me so I can go see for the first time. Because, my mom is a refugee. She's been here for over 20 years.
Okay.
And she went back for the first time last year, and they just started building their house. So she just kind of went to go lay the land before I come because she was just like, I don't think you would like Africa. She was like, I really don't think you would, but I had fun. Yeah. Like, the club was lit. Mm-hmm. Their club was lit. Yeah. Oh, the club was lit. I only went to the club in Liberia, though. Shout out to Ghana. I need to go to y'all club because they look like they be getting it popping in Ghana for sure.
Well, wasn't Kendrick just in Ghana? They filmed him doing a bunch of playing soccer and shit?
Yeah, he definitely was living his best life. Mm-hmm. I even interviewed a LIB artist when I was out there. I made sure that I Shout out to Bucky Raw, though. We did not get to meet each other when we was there, but he is definitely like a big LIB artist that everybody fucks with. I wanted to meet with him, but when I was coming to Liberia, he was going to Nigeria to go record and stuff. But shout out to Kizzy W.
So you were plugging out there.
Oh, I was trying to take it international.
For sure.
While I'm there, I might as well work. Why not?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'd imagine they probably love like American shit over there.
They were treating me like, you know, when they say like when you American, they treat you like a celebrity. They didn't do that to me in Liberia, but in Ghana, like we went to basically like their Independence Day, kind of like arena type place called Black Square. Okay. And me and my mom were just taking pictures, and people were running like, "Can we take pictures with you guys?" Like, it was really weird. People were stalking us. It was crazy.
Well, that's dope. I would love to go to Africa at some point.
I'll take you with me when you come. We're gonna eat fufu, banku, everything.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet.
Yes, and you know, cause you interviewed my auntie before. X10's my aunt.
X10 is your aunt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
That's my family.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Okay, shout out to X10.
Shout out to X10.
Yeah, she got a movement going right now.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
I feel like a movement that we have not had in Minnesota yet. She's scratching the surface of something different.
Yes, and you know, she's been doing this for a really long time. Like, I used to be her... Any concert I used to be at, every single one since we've been into St. Cloud, since everything. So shout out to X10. She doing her thing. I'm proud of her and my brother Rich Goon and Ella Kai. Do y'all thing, period.
No, I like the movement that they got. I definitely like it. They seem to have caught a stride, and they're going to be, I know they're going to turn shit up at our event on Saturday.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Yeah. Okay, so another thing that I want to address is something that I feel like we do a lot here. Live on Lake Street, which is messy. Be messy. Be messy.
How I feel about y'all being messy?
Yes.
Sometimes it's funny, and sometimes I'll be irritated by it.
Okay.
The only reason why I'd be irritated about it if it's like fake news for, what do they call it, clickbait? When it's like clickbait stuff like that, I'm like, no, don't give the people false information, like, because we are a news outlet. We are giving the news. So I feel like it's kind of, in a sense, like deceiving your followers. Okay. If you're telling them fake stuff just so people can like and share things instead of just being authentic and then giving them real tea. Because I could go on a thing and be like, because people watch my page. And if I be like, oh my God, Cardi B just got in a fight with Nicki Minaj, people are going to be like, what? What? And start clickbaiting me a lot. And then they're going to be looking for it and then be like, girl, why did you just lie like that?
So I feel like you're right. But at the same time, I don't think we've done anything that crazy.
What? Okay. It was something that y'all did.
I know what it is.
And y'all said it was in Minnesota and it was in another state.
And so, in my opinion, like, why does that matter?
People were, you know, and I was reading the comments. This is why people were mad.
I would like to just add real quick. I don't run our social media. My hands are clean on that. I don't run our social media.
So here's the thing. People were just like, because it was a negative thing that was happening, I think people were like fighting or something. Or I don't even remember what
they were mad because the restaurant that they were at was charging for extra sauce.
Oh yeah, and the bitch just started going crazy. Yeah. So basically they were just like, why are you guys trying to show Minnesota in a negative light? I know, because, you know, there's some people that are going to be like, oh, my God, it's not that deep, and some people like that. But I did understand that kind of perspective of we from Minnesota, we trying to show a better light of Minnesota. So it was just kind of like, okay, when the fuck did this happen in Minnesota? Here, bitches in Minnesota acting crazy.
We're just trying to show a light on Minnesota. And I think shit like that works. Shit like that does work.
But that's why these bitches out here don't like you. These are they want to fight you.
I mean, that's fine. I just feel like sometimes people are a little too soft because it's not uncommon.
I think also people are jealous. Maybe not say jealous. I don't know. People just are not liking that your success level from Live on Lake Street has been going up, and maybe they have been seeing the same numbers from what they're doing. Because
I'm sure that's part of it for some people.
They feel like, oh, I'm doing authentic things, like we're trying to do positivity, and they feel like, oh, you know, all they do is just do negative stuff, and people just want to see drama. But that's what come to the game. It's entertainment news. There's drama and all of this shit.
I'm glad you said that, though.
It is.
I'm glad you said that because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to like positive versus negative, we're like 95% positive.
But I be wanting to hear.
It's that little 5%.
You ask the questions that the streets want to know.
Yeah.
And as an artist, respectfully, or whomever comes on the show, you a grown ass person. You have the right to say, I'm not answering that question. Period. You have the right to get your ass up and walk out of here and say, I don't want this aired. You have every right to do that. If you answer the question, you answer the question. Because at the end of the day, you're going to know what the repercussion is if you speak upon somebody.
You want to know a little secret?
What?
Sometimes.
They ask you to.
Some motherfuckers tell me to bring it up.
And they probably do. I believe it.
So,
but when there's certain beefs, like I'll be watching certain things, I'll be like, damn, how did this happen?
None of that shit is a surprise for the record. Nobody that's ever sat in there has been surprised and be like, oh my God, you asked that? We talk beforehand. Like, hey, do you want to discuss this or not? And if they say no, I don't bring it up.
That's simple as that.
It's as simple as that. I'm doing my job as a journalist. If y'all want to talk about it,
what you're doing.
Talk about it.
I've had times controversy questions. That's your fucking job.
I've had instances where, and you'd have to run the tape back because we've done almost 200 episodes, so I can't tell you which one, where we'll be talking beforehand, and I'll be like, hey, I saw this happen. Do you want to address this? And they'll be like, yes. And then I'll ask the question, and they change their mind. And they don't address it.
And I ain't going to talk about the one that happened. I'm going to just stay out of it. But, I mean, I'm like, if you felt like answering the question, you answer the question. But do know what's going to come behind it. Motherfuckers ain't just going to see you say your part and not say their part too.
And know that we're going to use it.
Exactly.
Like, y'all be surprised. I'll take that down.
Why?
You said it. The fuck?
I agree. I feel like don't answer shit. And if you want to be an artist, real professional artist that's out here in the world, they ask for send me the questions before I go, and my manager, assistant, whomever is going to approve or deny these questions. Yeah. And as a journalist, sometimes it happens all the time in real fucking life on bigger platforms. Sometimes they'll get the list, they'll check off the list, and they'll still ask you the bullshit question because they're going to catch you on spot, especially if you're live.
But most of the time, if you look at the way things are right now in the media industry, you rarely ever see somebody like a national recording artist, a big name artist, go up to a platform to do a show or do an interview if they don't want to talk about this controversy that's happening in their career.
Exactly.
They just don't go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you know when Drake gets an interview, all right, which is
very rare.
Right, we're going to get to hear about whatever bullshit has been happening.
That's why his ass don't go and do interviews because he got too much messy shit.
You know when you see Pusha T go up to Breakfast Club, we're going to get Drake questions.
They gonna ask about it, and but
he's not. So most of the time, these national recording artists are either A, ready to talk about the bullshit, or B, not doing the interview.
Exactly.
It's very rare that it's a national recording artist.
And the one person who get that motherfucking interview,
your
shit gonna go up because everyone wants to know about it. So why the fuck do you think we're not gonna answer you those questions?
Exactly. So capitalize. That's another thing that I think we need to learn how to do here is just capitalize. And we've seen it happen a couple of times. You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
People were really upset about the whole situation between Bankrose and Jazzy.
Ooh.
And I get it. And I know that Jazzy took that as a personal attack from us, but really it wasn't.
But why would it be from you guys if you guys are just asking a simple question?
That's what I'm saying. And on top of that, what did Bankrose do? She took it and she ran with it. She turned herself up a little bit. And Jazzy did the same thing.
They all did.
Yeah, they all partook. That was a great example to me of how to handle that whole situation correctly. There were a couple of little things in there from other people that I didn't love, but I still think, okay, cool, you handled it correctly. But then just know, all right, you handled it correctly.
But you also, as a person, if someone says something about you on an interview, it's your fault if you decide to go on live or do whatever and clap back, make ass. It's on you. You motherfuckers don't got. And then if you feel some type of way after, you can't be like, oh shit, no, you did it. You would have known.
And stop getting mad at the platform.
I feel like you did your job.
Or keep getting mad at whatever. Get mad if you want to. I just think I think a lot of the hate and anger is misdirected, and that's okay. I understand it. Perspective is a motherfucker.
Did they know that question was coming up prior to?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
We talked about whether or not she wanted to address it, and it was she waffled about it a little bit, and I said, well, here's the deal. I'm gonna ask the question. And then you can decide how you want to answer it.
Girls just do too. That girls give me a motherfucking headache because I heard that story so many. I'm like, I don't understand it. Shout out to my black queens out there. Everybody in the industry. Everybody's trying to work.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, kill the beef.
Yeah.
We ain't no superstars out here. We're all.
Or
if I can see you in real life.
Yeah.
You ain't a celebrity yet. If you still living in the same Minnesota that I can see you and I can touch you.
Yeah.
You ain't above shit. We all out here trying to make a name for ourselves.
Or instead of killing the beef, if it's not a beef that's like really like made in something real. Exactly. Like if there's some real shit behind this, like if y'all like there was a shootout or somebody got hurt or something like that, of course leave that alone. But if it's just some music shit or some dumb just catfight shit.
Sometimes people purposely do that shit just for their brand.
So learn to use it. That's what I think. Learn to use it.
Like that Gorilla, whatever. Yep. They already trying to be like, oh, you know how her best friend just got signed to QP and all that. They're like, watch them try to create some type of controversy so it goes up.
But if y'all don't think for a single fucking second, if y'all don't think that these celebrities are out here
plotting and planning on our stupid asses.
Yes.
We eat that shit up.
99%. Yes, 99% of the shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I love me a good messy celebrity tea moment.
I don't believe that the Kanye Drake beef was ever real.
It probably wasn't.
I think they were talking every single day.
They probably was.
On the phone, kikiing. Look what we got. Look at this.
Kanye is a strategist.
Yes.
That's all he does.
Exactly. I bet you did you see what Kanye did this morning? I'll bet you anything. Kanye probably called Kim. Probably called Pete and was like, hey, I'm going to do this. Just so y'all know.
Kanye just be... I don't know. When it comes to Kim Kardashian, that man be acting a fool.
He does.
For sure.
I can be a little Kanye-ish.
You can?
Sometimes.
He a Gemini, though. Shout out to my crazy Geminis. Y'all just do something for me.
So is my baby's mom.
Geminis is off. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm no dead serious. You a Gemini too?
No, I want to make sure if she's watching that she heard you said it. I didn't say it.
Geminis is my best friend is a Gemini. They are very so 1 and 2. They a little psychotic a little bit.
No, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, for sure.
Yeah, they a little crazy.
No, they are.
I'm an Aries, but I love them.
Yeah. Aries is a little crazy too, just different.
I don't feel like Aries are crazy.
Fiery.
We are. People try to say we're bipolar.
I don't think that.
We are great energies, great vibes. We're loyal lovers until you do something to us.
Yeah.
We're very honest people. Like, I hate lying.
Yes.
Like, I don't know.
Agreed.
I get white lies. Everybody do a little white lie, but like lying for real, like I'll just be like, what's the fucking point of lying? I'm just a real.
Straightforward.
Yeah, I'm just a straightforward person. And people can't take me sometimes. They think I'm too loud. They think I'm too... But I'll just be like...
Aries and Sagittarius very similar in that way.
Shout out to my best friend, Sag.
Yeah.
Prince Armstrong, my stylist.
Yeah. So you brought up the Glorilla thing. That's another thing that I found really interesting. How the way it went viral here.
What you mean?
The signing.
What you mean?
So when she signed to Yo Gotti,
how everybody was beefing about it?
I felt like all I saw on Facebook that whole day was people
beefing about it.
Yeah, and like talking down on her.
I feel like
I don't understand it.
They have been, when you go look at their old YouTube videos, they've been doing it for a really long time, and that's how people. Just because you just heard of somebody, do not mean they have not been working their ass off to get somewhere. That girl deserves where the fuck she's at. And she's a real bitch for bringing her team with her. Just because they say, I'm a hood rat, I'm a ghetto, that's what they are. And they friends is epitome, that's what they look like. They never painted a picture like, oh, I'm a bad bitch, I'm this and that. I'm a ratchet ass friend.
Yeah.
You all seen girls with some girls from the hood look like they got the pretty girls in the hood, they got the rough look, they got all type of different girls that come from the hood. Yeah. And she did the right thing. The same bitches I rock with are the same bitches I'm with. Dumb bitches I'm got money yet. I'm sure she's buying little things here and there for her friends, but they came just as they are.
Yeah. She made an anthem. She got scooped up.
And her best friend got signed, so...
She got a little bag, but that's the thing.
I hope they sign all their friends because they all got a little... I like that.
That was the part I didn't like because it was like everybody tried so hard to like...
We're in Minnesota.
Diminish
Wait, what is it, 1,000 lakes? 100 lakes? I should know. I've been here, but I'm really from Detroit.
It's the land of 10,000 lakes.
10,000 haters. Ooh, I just kissed the mic. Hello.
That's okay.
I know, it got me all over it now. But no, seriously. People I just think love to complain and hate in this state. It's really What the fuck does that girl getting assigned have to do with you? Worry about how you finna check you a bag, boo. Worry about how you can get like her. Especially these artists that want to hate on her, men, whatever. Yeah, she made a fuck nigga free song, but guess how many people after that made a remix just so they can be just like her?
Yeah.
And a lot of y'all dudes too.
Yep.
Let's talk about it.
It happens every time.
Oh, she's ugly. You think that girl gave a fuck if she ugly? Bitch, I just got a bag. That can easily be fixed.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yep.
I can be ugly as hell and still check a bag. What's it to you?
Yeah, I don't care. That's the thing is, like, people want to talk about her business. Y'all don't know what happened.
Y'all don't know nothing about
Y'all
that
don't know
life.
what that bag entailed. Y'all don't know what was on the back end. Y'all don't know, like, we don't know what that contract looked like.
That's why I loved her response. She said, I already knew I looked like a snaggly tooth girl before I even got my teeth done.
And then they tried to pull out the tweets.
Girl, she is just fine where she at.
And you think Gotti didn't know about them tweets?
Exactly.
You think Gotti gives a fuck about
Do you think he
tweets?
give a fuck? You know how much money he finna check in with this girl? He don't give a fuck.
And even if he doesn't, then he'll just let her go. And on to the next. I'm just saying, like, if she can't follow up, we've seen it a billion times.
That people will get signed and they can't. I feel like women actually truly like her.
Yeah.
They really vibe with her. And the men, I've seen so many dudes, oh, y'all just heard that new song. They rocking with her too.
Yeah.
They can't, at this point, they can't deny her.
I agree.
They can't.
And I don't want to deny her at all.
I don't want to.
I like her. I'm happy for her.
Yeah, me too.
Round of applause. Congratulations. I think it's amazing.
Shout out to you, Pooh.
So we should probably wrap soon, but before we do, talk to me about what you're doing, what you're working on, what they need to be paying attention with.
Y'all need to be paying attention. So we shot our first, pilot episodes for the Plug Excel, and now we are about to start getting back into shooting again with a whole lot of things. I can't disclose to y'all who we're going to be having on the show, but definitely look out for a lot more celebrity interviews. Definitely opening up to a lot of local artists and things like that of people who wants to come on the show. We will be having artist package for you guys. Make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms at The Plug Excel. And make sure y'all following your girl. I am Odyssey S_. Period. Follow me. Okay. And just see what happens.
And do you know when you start airing again?
We're gonna do real promo, so people will know.
Oh, okay.
Real promo, what we do.
Gotcha.
So somebody just passed away and things kind of just happened. So we were trying to get back in shooting, but rest in peace to Chevy. Yep. He just passed away, which was one of my co-hosts' really good friends. So people need time to grieve, heal. So when we gotta get back into it, we're gonna get back into it. And we're gonna come running hard.
Okay. Well, keep.
We gonna see y'all at the top, Pookie.
For sure. Keep going. That's part of what I mean. We're not in the same lane. We're in very different lanes. We're doing similar things, but in different lanes.
And that's why I still rock with y'all, support you guys every chance I get. I'll be like, when I hear people say, I say, I don't give a fuck. They popping their shit. To me, I feel like y'all have been popping your shit again. I give you guys your flowers. I rock with Chiefs for a very long time. I've known him since I've been in high school, and I know he's been doing this for a really long time, and I'm super proud of y'all, and where you guys are going, I feel like it's going to keep elevating. Fuck the haters.
Sky's not even the limit.
Definitely is not.
We can go past the sky.
We need a check.
Yeah, for sure.
Not even a check, baby. We need everything.
Invite me to come on the Plug.
Yes! Okay, that would be fun. I definitely will, for sure.
For sure. Well, keep going. Don't quit. Fuck the haters. Actually, not even fuck the haters. I appreciate that.
We love you guys.
Yeah. You gotta have the haters. You gotta have them.
For sure.
It's a pertinent part of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I appreciate your time. This is a good conversation. I'm glad we could do it. I feel like I got to get some shit off.
I'm glad you
got to get some shit off. They're still gonna be mad. They're gonna say I'm lying or I made this shit up or whatever.
They'll be just fine.
They will be fine.
They'll be fine.
And I'll be fine too.
Thank you. I'm so excited to come on here. I was so excited to meet you for the first time. I had a great time on the show today.
Yeah, so did I. I enjoyed this very much. I always like talking to other media members.
Period.
Okay, that's it. Got nothing else for you. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show, live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth.
Let's go.
Damn, in high school, I let it blam, I wasn't playing, I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on P&B, right, that ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house. You talking all that, then wanna come talk it out. If you ain't talking money,